as I've talked to you many times before, we see these crazy knee-jerk reactions from the unthinking right whenever there is a cold weather, for example, or a snowstorm, or it's cold in winter in North Dakota, for example, as once Fox News reported on, to say that this is evidence that there is no climate change because we see climate change, we being they, see climate change as global warming, and it's cold and it snowed, so clearly all climate change is a lie. And that is exactly what is happening as climate deniers are feverishly pleasuring themselves, Lewis, to news reports of 6 feet, 70 inches of snow in Buffalo, New York. On Tuesday in New York, yesterday, in Buffalo, New York, you could be basking in the sun in one place and shivering in a blizzard of lake effect snow in another place. And this is because of this lake effect that's happening off of Lake Erie. You can see the video online. It is truly incredible to see this. And the climate change deniers, I knew instantly once we had news of this that they would just be going at themselves in a fit of pleasure, Lewis, and they absolutely were. Here's some comments from Twitter, just a sampling for you. Damn this global warming. Look at the New York State Thruway in Buffalo this morning with a picture of snow. Here's another one. Global warming doesn't exist. Just ask someone from Buffalo, New York. Quote, this global warming has to stop. If it keeps up, we're all going to freeze to death. And so what did winters in Buffalo look like before global warming? Lastly, hey, Al Gore, come shovel the 6 feet of global warming off of our driveway. This is really important, okay? So we need to break this down. There are two layers to this analysis. First of all, individual weather events do not prove or disprove any broader trends in climate. Weather events are not climate. That is number one, okay? Number two, if you want to focus on temperature, okay, we're actually on track for one of the warmest years in recorded history in 2014 on a worldwide basis. And these deniers, Lewis, seem to say, well, we had a cold winter in the Northeast US, so clearly there's no global warming, but even that would be factually false.
You would think that after the hurricanes, the blizzards, the bizarre events like this one, that people might think, things are kind of crazy. Maybe there is something going on here that is that we should be worried about. But no, I guess if it snows and it's cold, there's no such thing as global warming.
And the last part of the analysis, which of course is, in spite of the fact that worldwide temperature is actually much higher than it has been in recorded history, let's ignore temperature alone for a second, because global warming is not the right term we should be using. Climate change is the right term. And the climate change models and the research from actual real scientists tells us that even though, broadly speaking, the planet is getting warmer, more erratic weather and individual periods, remember, a year or two is not a huge period of observable history. Individual extreme weather events of both hot and cold are to be expected under serious climate models. So even if it were true that we had a really cold year, that still wouldn't disprove global warming in the sense of its impact on climate change.
And you know who is to blame for this? It's the corporate media. It's Fox News and it's all the media outlets who play the false equivalency game and who or just dismiss this flat out.